My name is Denyse Gawu-Mensah, and welcome to What's in My Bag, Custodians of Culture Edition. I'm an interdisciplinary artist. My work heavily revolves around archiving Ghana's material past. So I'm working with materials such as photographs, books, letters, objects such as furniture pieces, and many other things. And I believe that these things carry fingerprints of Ghana's past. Inside here, I have my little box. And this captures the project I've been working on during my fellowship with Hene. The title of my project is Our Stories Untold. And Our Stories Untold is essentially a documentation of memories and stories from Ghana's post-independence era. This box has many little handmade elements because I'm an artist, obviously. And I want to include little delicate parts of my practice in this. So in the front, you see that there is a handmade branded cover, which is an image transfer. And you can see that there's a picture of my uncle, my granddad, and his friends from the 70s. And this just perfectly depicts the community from this era. When you open the box, you are greeted by the artists. Inside, you'll find a little leaflet that tells you a little bit about the artist and my practice. There's also some information about the project, Our Stories Untold. It tells you why the project exists and what the project is hoping to achieve. And then there's a little note to the listener to prepare you for what you're about to listen to. I think it's very important to be in the right mind frame when you're about to enter this kind of world. After the intro, then you dive into the audio project. Like I said, most things are handmade because I like to keep an element of intimacy in whatever work that I make. Because I believe that this is a way to draw emotion from your viewer or your listener. So over here you have the CD sleeve, and there's a picture from the 70s of a bar outside. When you open the CD leaf, you then have the CD. And on the CD is the audio. And on the CD is also an image of my artwork. So you just have to put the CD into a player and then you dive in. And for those who aren't able to listen or prefer to read, there's another format, which is a little booklet, Our Stories Untold. And I want this project to really feel very handmade, very intimate, very raw. And so I'm trying to do things as simply as possible. The booklet is a tiny little book that shows you the interview from my elders that I spoke to in the community, sharing their memories and their experiences. So you can just sit back and read through. So that's what's in my bag. Through this fellowship, I have learned to really consider the elders and the people in my community, those that are allowing me to have access to their lives in this way, because I think it's a very precious thing. It's also very vulnerable for you to allow someone into your world in that way. So the fellowship has taught me to include care and kindness in my process when working with archive. I cannot wait for you guys to interact with my toolkit. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the stories from this era.